Hi guys, it's Kadence. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the video, I just want to say I am so super sorry for not making a video last week. I have been so busy. Anyways, so today's video is going to be a video that a lot of you guys are requesting me to talk about. I mentioned it in the 50 facts about me, and ever since then I get comments left and right asking me about it, or people tell me to make a video about it because they want to know about it, whatever. So this video is about my gay porn shenanigans. I'm sitting on a couch for this video because I thought that it would be perfect for the video because, you know, the whole casting couch thing. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a pretty juicy story time video. I don't think it's gonna be what a lot of you guys expected, but yeah, let's get into the video. So keep in mind, this is when I was young and crazy and didn't know what I was doing, because these days I would not do porn. That was the old me. That was in a past life. I'm not that person anymore. At the time, a lot of my friends were doing the whole gay porn thing. It was with a certain company, like a certain porn company, and I'm probably gonna get sued for making this video, but I mean, oh well. The assholes deserve it. This company is Boy Crush. I'm sure you guys have heard about it. It's one of the bigger porn companies out there. So anyways, like I said, a lot of my friends at the time were doing it, and they're all trying to get me to do it with them. And at first I was like, no, and then they started showing me the paychecks that they were getting and like the lifestyle that they were living, and I was like, okay, I might be down to do this. So stupid me decided to sign up and do it. I contacted the owner of Boy Crush. Let's call this guy Andrew. So I contacted Andrew and I was like, hey, I'm interested in doing a scene. I want to try it out and see what it's all about. I think he already kind of knew about me from all my other friends that were doing it at the time. Of course, he instantly wrote back and he told me what would happen and how much I'd get paid for the first scene, and he was talking to me about traveling and where I'd be staying and blah blah. Before I flew out there, before he bought me a plane ticket, I had to go get tested for STDs and for HIV and AIDS and all that stuff, and of course I came back negative. So he bought me my plane ticket to where that company is located. The day comes where I'm supposed to fly out of Salt Lake City, so I go to the airport and I fly to this place. And when I get to this place, he's there waiting for me. He takes me back to his place because I was gonna be staying at his house for the first night, and then the next day he was gonna take me over to the modeling house with all the other porn stars and whatever. So he makes me a drink, which of course, I made sure like the bottle has not been opened yet, like it was sealed and everything, because if it's been open, I mean, bitch please, I wasn't about to drink it. So we're just kind of like talking, just getting to know each other. At first, I was like, okay, like this guy's pretty cool. He doesn't seem crazy or anything like that. He was, oh god, this is so awkward. So he was telling me before I went to the model house the next day, I'd have to film like a little intro video. So, you know, I'd just like be in front of the camera and just being like, hey, my name is blah blah blah. Because at the time, for the whole porn industry thing, I used a different name, which I'm not gonna tell you guys, so don't even ask. So, like, he was filming and I just had to be sexy for the camera, basically, like nothing sexual. Before I did that, he told me to go shower, so I went and showered. And I come out and he has like the camera set up in front of his bed and like the studio lights and microphones and like all this shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, what am I doing? But I was young and I was stupid and I was immature, and I felt like since I was already there, I had to do what he told me to do because like I don't want to piss him off or something. So anyways, before I get in his bed, he's like, hey, do you need any poppers? Do you need any Xanax? Do you need any Viagra? Like, I have all this stuff. And I'm just like, no thank you, I don't take drugs, especially from strangers who own porn companies. So I get into bed and he, you know, tells me to take off all my clothes and whatever. So I did. And this is where things got bad. He was telling me like what to do, like he was like, hey, lay on your back and act sexy, and he's like, lay on your stomach and do this, whatever. Like I said, this is where things get bad and things get graphic, so if you're underage or don't like hearing about sex or anything, then go watch one of my other videos. So he tells me, he's like, turn around and do this. So I turned around, and next thing I know, he is putting his American sausage in my English McMuffin, if you know what I'm saying. I was not expecting that. I did not sign up for that. I had no idea that I would have to sleep with the guy who owns this porn company. He never told me about it, number one. He didn't give me warning or anything. He just literally just shoved that bitch inside of me. Like I said, I was stupid, I was young, I was immature, I thought I had to do what he told me to do. I was just going with the flow, and I was laying there and he was doing what he was doing, and he was filming this all. Keep in mind, I didn't sign any contracts, didn't have me fill out any papers or anything. So he's going to town, literally, and I wasn't aroused, like, at all. And I was just like laying there and I'm just like, oh my god, like what is going on right now? And then he finished inside of me with no condom on. Afterwards, he puts his clothes on, I put my clothes on, I think I went and showered again, and I went outside and I smoked a cigarette, and I was just like thinking what just happened, because like I said, I didn't sign up for this. I had no idea that this was happening. He did not mention any of this to me. Like, I just thought that I was just gonna do like a stupid little intro video on his bed and then like go to sleep, wake up the next day, go to the model house where all the other porn stars were, and that's when I was gonna do like the actual sex. Like, he did not tell me anything. I mean, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit at this point, but I was trying to keep my composure because I didn't want him to see that I was like panicking or afraid or whatever. So literally after that, he's like, hey, blank, will you come here for a second? So I did, and he's sitting on his bed and he has his laptop in front of him. And he's like, come sit on the bed with me, I have something to show you. So I sat on his bed, and he was on boycrush.com, and he was scrolling through all the porn stars on that page. And he's like, what do you and these other porn stars have in common? And I'm like, I don't know, we're young. What are you getting at? And he stopped and he looked at me. He's like, no, the difference is you're fat. My models are skinny. What? You know, like, I didn't know what to do. Like, he totally caught me off guard. Like, he just called me fat after fucking me, and he's comparing me to his other models, and he called me fat. And I was just like, I'm sorry, what? I sent you pictures before you flew me out here. You knew what I looked like before you flew me out here. And he's like, yeah, well, those pictures are really deceiving because you don't look anything like those pictures, which I took pictures just for him to send to him, so they weren't like misleading or old pictures or anything. So I'm just like literally almost in tears. And he's like, I don't think I'm gonna have you come to the model house tomorrow. I think you have to go home. Okay, well, then buy me a plane ticket and I'll gladly go home. He's like, no, you're gonna have to find your own way home. And so not only am I almost in tears, but I'm freaking the fuck out because I don't know how I'm gonna get home. I am like hundreds of miles away from home, and I was barely 18 at the time, and just like I didn't know what to do or who to call, or you know, like how I was gonna get home, and I had no money in my bank account, I had no cash. So finally, after fighting for a minute, he's like, all right, I'll buy you a Greyhound ticket. You are literally a fucking asshole, aren't you? You fly me out here, you are pumping an 18-year-old full of liquor and offering me Viagra and poppers and ecstasy and whatever else I need, and then you fuck me, and now you're saying that you're going to buy me a Greyhound home? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I was so mad. So we go out to his living room, and we're on the Greyhound website, and he's kind of being like really cold and like douchey about it. And he's like, okay, here's your Greyhound ticket. And he hands it to me, and I see that I don't leave until 11 p.m. the next day. So I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do until 11 p.m.? And he's like, I don't know, figure it out. I'm like, I am in a different state. I am hundreds of miles away from home, and you're telling me I am stranded outside till 11 p.m.? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I have to go to the model house at like 9 in the morning. I'm like, okay, can I come with you and like hang out there until my Greyhound's about to leave? And he's like, no, only models can go there. Oh Lord, give me the strength. He ends up going in his room, and I'm outside smoking, and I'm like chugging the Jack Daniels at this point because I was just so mad. I was having so much anxiety. And then he comes out and he's like, are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm starving actually. You haven't fed me once since I've been here. And at this point, I think it was like 1 in the morning or something, 1 or 2 in the morning. So he takes me to this Mexican place down the street. So we get our food and we sit down and eat it, and he's just texting the whole time and like not saying one word to me. And then he puts his phone down on the table, and then he flips it around and he scoots it close to me so I can see, like, he wanted me to see what he was texting, and he was texting the videographer for this porn company, and he told this guy, oh my god, you won't believe how fat he is, what a waste of fucking time. Like, that's literally what the text said, word for word. So I literally, like, I stopped eating. I only had, like, I think one bite of my food, and I just scooted my food close to him. I'm like, I'm done, I am so stuffed. And so we end up leaving, and he's driving back to his condo, and he was like, oh, I think I want a milkshake. Do you want a milkshake? And I'm like, no, I don't want a fucking milkshake. I'm serious, I'm so full. I'm so stuffed. And he's like, oh no, come on, eat a milkshake with me. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna eat a milkshake. I'm done. I am so stuffed. Fuck you, I'm not gonna eat a milkshake with you. And he goes to Burger King and he gets like a milkshake. We go back to his house and he ends up going to bed, and I'm up all night drinking and like wondering what the fuck I'm going to do the next day. And the state that I was in is where one of my sisters lives, so I was texting her and I'm like, hey, are you home? And she's like, oh, I actually flew out to Utah yesterday. Of course you flew out to Utah yesterday. So I'm literally in this state all by myself. Like, no one I knew lived there or anything except for my sister, but she was in Utah at that point. So I was just like, okay, well, I don't know what to do. Next morning comes and he comes out and he's like, hey, let's go. And he like packed all my shit for me and he just brings out, he's like, we're leaving. So we get in the car and he's driving me to the Greyhound station, and he stops at Starbucks and he's like, do you want a drink? Yeah, I could go for a coffee. I didn't sleep last night. So he gives me a $20 bill and he's like, okay, go get me this and you can get yourself whatever you want. I was just gonna keep the change. Like, I wasn't gonna give it back to him, but he made sure to ask, can I have my change back? Ooh, so I threw it at him in the car. And he was driving to the Greyhound station and he was playing some game. I forgot what game it's called, but it was like Pokemon Go, but like back in the day, like you would stop at these places and like do shit, whatever. So it literally took us like an hour to get to the Greyhound station when it's only like 10 minutes away from his house. Can you just please take me to the Greyhound station? Like, I'm over your shit. I don't want to be in this car with you anymore. I want you out of my face. We eventually get there, and keep in mind, I'm at a Greyhound station in one of the most ghetto parts of this city. I'm just gonna say where I was at. So I was in Phoenix, Arizona, okay? And I was in a very ghetto place in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was at this Greyhound station, and here I am wearing crop tops and booty shorts and heels and shit. I was wearing a whole bunch of like Michael Kors jewelry and stuff and a Michael Kors purse, and it's only like 10 in the morning, so I still had like 13 hours to just sit at this place with no money, no food, nothing, like absolutely nothing. And like the people there started getting really sketchy and really shady, and I just felt really uncomfortable. So I ended up calling my grandma. I'm like, hey grandma, I came out to Arizona to do a modeling thing and the guy's a fucking asshole and I'm stranded out here, can you help me out? And so she bought me a plane ticket home, thank God, and the airport was like pretty close to that. And then I flew home, and yeah, so that is what happened when I went to Phoenix, Arizona to do porn. When I got home, the model that I was supposed to do a scene with, Jasper Robinson, he died. So like, I'm kind of glad that I dodged that bullet. Oh my god, I forgot about the biggest part. So as he was driving me to the Greyhound station, I asked him, how much am I gonna get paid? How is this gonna work out? Are you just gonna direct deposit it to me or what? And he's like, get paid? What would you get paid for? I didn't get anything out of that trip except for a bottle of Jack Daniels, like 3 packs of cigarettes, and horrible ass memories. Like, that's what I got out of that trip. So let me tell you, it was great. It was a great part of my life. I'm so glad I lived that experience. I mean, one of the best memories ever, honestly. So anyways, yeah, we haven't talked since then. He hasn't said anything. I don't know if he still has that video. I don't know if it's posted somewhere. I never saw him delete it or anything. He never said he deleted it, so I don't know where that video is. Yeah, that is my story about when I did porn. Moral of the story, don't do porn, and if you decide to work in the adult industry, then go with a good company that has a good reputation. So Andrew, if you're watching this, fuck you. I hope you don't do this to any of your other models or potential models or anything, because that's really fucked up to use a young person like that and do to them what you did to me. So anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and again, I'm sorry I didn't make one last week, but make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. I make new videos every Thursday. Also make sure to follow me on Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, like me on Facebook, add me on YouNow, all that fun stuff. I'll put the links in the description box down below. Love you all, and I will see you all next Thursday.